show you him one more time. Oh. Hey everybody, it's Rebecca and Corey Jack. Can you say hi? He's not so sure he wants to be awake just yet. We just ate and I burped him and he's just little, and laid him down because he was asleep, and then he woke up. So you know that old thing that says, don't worry, you can't spoil a baby till they're 3 months? It's a lie, because he's spoiled. But you know, we don't mind at all, do we? Ooh. He makes that little face. Can you see it? There's Chloe. See? What is it? We are thinking about something. Because he looks very intent. Why? Sorry, I just get lost looking at him sometimes. But he is a month today. Breaks my heart to even say that, because the time does just go by really fast after they get here. You might be trying to toot. He's a very gassy baby. I'm breastfeeding, so I'm trying to see if what I'm eating has something to do with that. So I've drastically limited the amount of milk and dairy products to see if that's the culprit. We'll see. I did that a couple weeks ago and I didn't see any improvement. We started giving him... What? What is that? Too sleepy. We started giving him Mylicon drops. That's what the doctor suggested, because everything else just wasn't working. You know, trying to push their knees up to their tummy and lay them over your lap and, you know, all that stuff wasn't working. So we started using the Mylicon drops, and that has helped. But he still gets it, so, and it hurts me to see him cry. So we're trying to see if what I'm eating has something to do with that. So we'll see. He loves to eat. Like every hour and a half, 2 hours, he's ready to eat again. There are some days or some times in the day where, you know, we might stretch that out to about 3 hours, but usually I can set the clock by when he starts fussing. I know that it's been about 2 hours, and it's 2 hours from the time he started to eat. So, and then he nurses about 10 to 15 minutes per side most of the time. We're still setting schedules and routines, so nothing's really a routine yet. That's just what's been happening lately. He's not sleeping through the night, so whatever. On the nights that he gets a bath, well, a shower with his daddy, I do get about 3.5 or 4 hours the first time, and then sometimes about 2.5 to 3 hours after he wakes up the second time. What? What? I'm not talking to you. Oh, you fussy. Oh, fussy, fussy. He's tired. Things are good. Don't pay attention to the mess behind me. I'm not paying attention to it. That's one thing that I've had to let go of. But I like to have everything in its place. And when you have a baby, that's not so much happening. So, let's see. My incision is healing very well. Those of you probably know I had a cesarean. I went into the doctor 5-6 days after I had him and had the stitches, had those taken out. And as soon as those were taken out, I felt so much better. I could stand up straight and everything. So, knock on wood, not having any problems with that. He's starting to have more periods where he's awake during the day, which is cool. But when he's bored, or tired of whatever was going on, or he's hungry, it just goes from like 0 to 60. You know, he wants out of that situation, or he wants to be fed, so he's very demanding that way. But when he cries, it's for a reason. So, and once again, we don't care. AJ went back to work on Wednesday, and it sucks just because, you know, we miss him being here. It was nice to have an extra set of hands where I could sit down and start feeding him, and then remember that I forgot. Oh, it's okay. If I forgot the burp rag, I could get AJ to get it for me, or, you know, something like that. So I don't have that luxury now, so I have to try to think ahead and have, you know, burp rags and water and, you know, all that stuff around me when I sit down and nurse. What is it? Are you just little? Oh, you're just pitiful? Oh, he is pitiful. People were asking me about how if my eating habits changed after I had the baby compared to when I was pregnant. And they did. The first few days I had to remember to eat just because I was just, well, your life's just upside down at that point. I don't have to explain that, but it's funny how your body works and compensates and regulates and goes back to how things were. Okay, so she wanted to know if my eating habits went back to regular. I don't know about regular, or had they regulated back to surgery mode. Yes and no. I'm not eating as much because when I was pregnant, every like hour and a half, 2 hours, my blood sugar would dip and I would start to feel kind of sick, kind of queasy. So I had to eat. But, you know, I'm still supposed to have all those carbs and stuff, or more carbs and stuff, so I'm trying to get those in. I haven't been working to lose the weight yet. It's just been coming off, which I've heard is in part because of the nursing. I do anticipate starting a routine to go for a walk with the baby, but that's after we establish our own routine without AJ being here. When we start getting a handle on the basics, then we'll start doing the walk. Trying to pump has been an issue because he doesn't let me go long enough to, from what I've read, and if anybody has differing advice, let me know. You're supposed to wait for an hour at least after you've fed. Okay. From what I've read, you're supposed to wait for like an hour after you've nursed before you pump, and it's best to do it in the morning. But with him wanting to eat every hour and a half, 2 hours, I just don't have time to pump. And I want to pump just to have maybe an emergency supply, and then I was able to pump once when my mom and dad was here so that AJ could feed the baby while I took my mom out, and he really enjoyed that, so he's looking forward to sharing in on some feeding sometimes too. So soon enough, I guess we'll get the pumping down. I've noticed that his features are starting to change a little bit. He's not looking as much like a newborn. It breaks my heart too. It's one of those bittersweet things where you're excited to see him grow and develop, but already missing all the early times. I think he's starting to look more and more like AJ. His eyes are lightening, or maybe that's my wishful thinking. Starting to get lighter blue. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We are still in awe. We do have pictures posted at CoreyJack.com. That's going to be his little website for our friends and family to follow him. We'll be posting pictures, telling about milestones, his growth, development, and stuff like that on there. Motherhood is wonderful. We are absolutely in love with this baby. Even when I lay down at 12:30 thinking I might get 2 hours and he wakes up at 1 o'clock, I'm still in love with him. But life is good. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you to my new subscribers. Sorry I haven't gone to your page and thank you personally. I really just don't have the time right now. And you guys understand that, I'm sure. So, and hope you all are doing well. And we love you.